Hello everyone and welcome to episode 49 of the Group Ironman series. I missed the level, but there we are, 93 crafting. As I said, I would try to get a crafting level every episode, and next episode's actually episode 50, so that's pretty big. I'll try to do something decently special for that episode, but this is episode 49, and like I said in the last one, we are going to be getting into Slayer. There is one thing I want to do before getting into Slayer. It is just a small task, so I'll go ahead and do it and explain it. That one small thing I had to do is just a little bit more of Alkagility. I had a little bit more to Alk, and I wanted a bit of cash because I am going to go ahead and put this in my kingdom. It's been a very long time since I've had money in the Kingdom of Miscellanea, probably around 2 weeks if I were to guess. So let's just go ahead and get a decent amount of money in there, and that should last for a while. And now that I'm getting back into Slayer, money shouldn't be too much of an issue. That being said, now I'm at 20k. Now it is time to slay. I ended my last Slayer task at Kraken, and I didn't actually finish the task. I literally got the 5 tridents, and I haven't touched Slayer since. So I am going to actually start out by Toriel boosting for some points, since I kind of want to finish my block list. If we go to, I think it's tasks, I have 3 empty block slots, and I'm very happy with these 3 I have blocked, but I'm actually not even 100% what I want blocked, so I'm going to probably look through Duradill's list. But before I do that, I actually need some points to block tasks. And if you remember, I literally used all of my points to try to get a Kraken task. So a little unfortunate there that we have no Slayer points to work with, but let's start point boosting. I'm up to 10 tasks now, so let's go ahead and get the 10th. It looks like we're going to do Trolls south of Mount Philodorum. That's not too bad of a task, but it's definitely not amazing either. I definitely will do a decent bit of Slayer boosting until I have a decent amount of reward points. I don't know how much exactly I need. I know there's definitely some tasks I still want to extend. There's definitely some unlocks I still want to do. For example, like Armadillo, I definitely want to re-unlock Lizardman Shamans now that since I've gotten so many range upgrades. Maybe the Locket Boss thing as well. And I definitely want a few more tasks to get blocked. 12 tasks completed, and it looks like it's 90 points per every 10 tasks. I think once I get up to 50 tasks completed, they'll give me 270. And I don't need too many points, so I think that's what I'll go for, at least for now. Another 10 tasks, so it is time to get a task from Konar. Looks like we're going to get Skeletal Wyverns in the Asgardian Ice Dungeon. Only 8 of them. What a beautiful task, just since I'm doing this for points. And I really kind of miss doing actual Slayer. I'm not as big of a fan as Turbo boosting as I thought I'd be. So I think after this task I will just head back to Duradill and get back into Slayer. I know 180 points is enough to completely get the block list, extend, and everything that I want to do. But by the end of this episode, I'm sure with enough Duradill and still doing every 10 tasks at Konar, we should have enough points to do what we want. Wyvern task completed, which means it's now time for some Duradill Slayer. Now, there are a few tasks I will definitely block. I'll let you know when I get them, but I will let you know one of them is 100% going to be Suquas because I absolutely don't like those things. I did not get this planned, I promise you. Like, this is not pre-recorded, but yeah, 100% this is going to be a block. That was, interesting timing, Duradill. You really know your stuff, as always. Cow fights, that's a task I thought about blocking. You can just kill the little ones, they're not that bad, so that's what I'm going to do. A cow fight task is now completed, which is amazing, because now I have 100 points, so if I get another task I want to block, I can go ahead and do so. Our next task is going to be Dagonos, though. I would love to do DKs, however I do not have the Fremenic Elite Diary done, and since I do not have that done and I do not want to grind the runecrafting level for that at the moment, I am probably just going to do the Dagonoths inside the catacombs. Here's the Dagonoth task completed. Pretty happy with the task. Overall, a decent amount of herb seeds. Got a few insult heads, even got myself a dark totem base. I might bring back the old loot tracker thing where I show the loot at the end of the task. If you guys like that and if you've been watching me for a while, you know what I'm talking about. So let me know in the comments if you do or don't want that, and let's go get a new task. Okay, Duradill, what do you got for me? I did get a lot of Slayer XP that task, less than 100k away from 88 Slayer now, which is nice. I will almost definitely be getting that Slayer level this episode, but I don't exactly have a level goal for this episode. The main goal for Slayer in this episode, in my opinion, is to get the extends, the blocks, and honestly just stack up a decent amount of points. I did want to, like I said, do the whole boosting task with Turiel, but I really can't be asked. So, Duradill, what's up next? Some blue dragons? I'll probably just do some of the baby ones. Well, the blue dragon task is now completed, and it is actually a very nice task to get out of the way, because we're actually not going to go get a new task right now, we're actually going to do something with these. One thing I have not claimed yet, even though I've completed the Mortania Hard Diaries a very long time ago, is the Bone Crusher. And that's because I've had actually no like bone crusher things to charge it, the ecto tokens I believe they're called. Now that we did that blue dragon task and also the wyvern task, even though it's only 8 bone, it will still help out. We can actually go ahead and claim our bone crusher. Oh, I own a device. So apparently I do own one, but I've never used it. So let me go and get all the baby dragon bones and the wyvern bones I got from the earlier tasks and go ahead and charge this thing. I'm also aware that Robin will do 26 bone meal and slime per day, so I'll be doing that for 26 of the bones, and the rest of them I'll just buy the slime from the charter and crush them myself. I've used up all of the baby dragon bones and the wyvern bones now, and just so you guys know, I have 0 charges in my bone crusher. So let's go ahead and talk to a ghost disciple. Let's see how many tokens we get from this. 710, I have no idea if that's a lot or a little bit. I'm going to throw them all into the bone crusher, and that's 17,750 charges. That feels like a decent bit. I have no idea how long this will or won't last because my main account doesn't have a bone crusher, so I'm very curious. I think that is 1 charge per bones. If that's so, that's pretty decent. So, time to get back to Slayer. Let's go get a new task from Duradill. We are going to get ourselves Fire Giants. That is an absolute perfect task to use the Bone Crusher. I can legit just stay AFK with Protect from Melee on, Proselyte, and the Bone Crusher should like keep my prayer up since it'll restore 2 prayer points per kill, so let's give it a go. Yeah, I definitely have to say with a Bone Crusher, this is a lot better than it was previously. So it's definitely not infinite prayer. As you can see, I'm down to very few prayer points, so I'll probably just teleport to my house and then come back here very soon. But I've been AFKing here for a few minutes now. I'm kind of AFKing, you know, I pick up the drops and so forth, but not needing to bury the bones. Not only just saves clicks, but it's also just restores my prayer without having to do anything. If I wanted to, I could just, you know, come back with full prayer, turn on Protect Melee, and literally go and do whatever I want for 10 minutes, like the entire aggressive timer. Fire Giant task completed, and I've got to say, it is such a nice task that you can AFK at like 30k XP from just kind of AFKing is absolutely amazing with Slayer, so I can't wait to get more of those. I don't think I can extend that task, or I probably would if I could. Talking about good tasks, look at that. Now, I think currently I am going to go with a Jad task and not another Zuck task. I don't have the supplies currently to justify a Zuck. I am really kind of want to go for Zuck. Part of me really, really does want to go for Zuck. But this is an opportunity for me to get a good speed run going. Because the last Jad task I did was like Rune Crossbow days. It's been a very long time. So let's get a good Bofa speed run in. Another Jad task complete. And this time we did get a personal best. Not as good as I would have wanted. You know, 48.25 is definitely nothing special. But hey. 36.7k XP per task, it's not too bad. And it's also 8k total here, and then another 8k total here. Very nice. For another task, and after that task, we are only 26k away from 88, so like I said, we will definitely be getting that level soon. 242 blood velds, we will definitely be getting our level there. And I think I'm going to stick with this range setup. It's pretty nice, and AFKing blood velds is something I can get used to. I've missed you, Superior Boys. This is the guy that gave me the imbued heart, if you guys don't remember, a little bit of a nostalgia trip. So, I'm happy to get this guy. And I can actually save spot him now. This Boa Ferriden's very nice. The kills have been going amazing, and hopefully I can get maybe, you know, a second imbued heart. Oh no, I am such a bad video content creator. I missed the level 88 Slayer. I was in a VC talking with everyone. I wasn't really paying too much attention, but that is the big level. 88 Slayer. 2 more levels is kind of, I guess, my next goal. At level 90 Slayer, I can plus 5 boost with a Wild Pie, kill a Hydra, and then kind of go for the Korand Elite Diaries. I would only need 1 runecrafting level with a plus 5 boost, and I would need a lot of woodcutting levels, but the team wants to go for total levels anyway, and woodcutting's a skill I don't mind too much. I feel like I can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, get 85 woodcutting by kind of like, you know, AFKing Teaks, and then I'll bank myself 99 construction in the process, and maybe 88 through 90 Slayer will give me enough money to do that. That's a bit optimistic, but you never know. Bloodveld task complete, getting nearly 50,000 XP from that task, and I even got 4 totem pieces, including the 2 superiors I got. So I completed 2 totems, which is absolutely amazing. I always love that task. It's honestly decent Alks, very AFK with a nice bow of Theridin, and just 50k XP for an entire task. I really can't complain about those. Hopefully I can get another AFK task. Elves. So, Elves I was thinking about blocking, but I was looking at the actual task weight. You don't get them too often. Now, I could do the ones inside Perfidious as they have a chance for the teleport seed, but I think I'm actually going to probably thieve for that teleport seed eventually. So since I'm stacking up some reward points, I will go ahead and skip this task. Black Demons, well, looks like we are heading into Demonic Gorillas because I really do want to try them now that I have the Boa Ferretin, Arclight, much higher stats. This might be pretty good. Maybe we can get ourselves another Zenyte. Before heading to Demonic Gorillas, I want to show off one quick tip. If you ever get the surprise exam random, all you need to do is talk to Mrs. Morot and then just look for the pineapple, talk to her again, look for the pineapple, talk to her again, look for the pineapple, and then you're done. It has been a very long time since I've done Demonic Gorillas. I'm at basically 1.1k Demonic Gorillas killed, and we have gotten 4 Zenytes for those who are unaware. So not too bad overall, definitely below the drop rate. Maybe we can get another one here, but I honestly don't expect one. I honestly just care about the alks that you get from Demonic Gorillas. They're honestly quite insane. That's where I imagine a bulk of my money came from through Slayer, just the Demonic Gorilla alks. So, let's get to it. Oh, wow, look at that. That's what we're talking about. I had a little bit of trouble getting the recording up, but we got it nonetheless. There is our 5th Zenyte shard on the account. That is very nice to get. Black Demon task completed, and I am extremely happy with getting a Zenyte from a Black Demon task. 172 is not even that many of them. With extended, you can get like 250. Also 70,000 Slayer XP for task. I forgot how good they are in Slayer XP. And honestly, it didn't take that long with this upgraded setup. I was hitting 53, maybe even 54 I saw with the Arclight. And Bofa, I think I saw 44 with this setup. So honestly, very, very impressed. But now I have to figure out what to do with the Zenyte. Before we figure out what to do with the Zenyte, I feel like first let's just go ahead and get a new task. Our new task is going to be blood. So I went blood velds into demons into blood velds. I really love blood velds if you can't tell already, so I am very happy with that task. It gives me something to AFK. I think first and foremost though, the one reason I like Black Demon Task so much, the Demonic Gorillas, is because of the Alkables. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do a decent bit of Alkagility. Literally everything, including the Javelin Heads, which I've gathered quite a few of, and see how much cash that gives me, because I might need to buy an Onyx for that Zenyte. So I have done a decent bit of Alkagility, but I've also been keeping up with my herb runs, and because of which I am going to get a farm level here. 92 farming, halfway to 99, pretty nice to get. Not only are we getting a farming level, but we've been doing a lot of Alkagility, so if I jump off this ledge here, we are going to get ourselves 76 agility, which is actually a pretty big level. It means I can now do the Zolrandra shortcut or whatever that is, just to do Zora a lot easier. So if I want to do any Zora in the future, that is an option. However, that is actually not the last level we're getting either. As I've also been keeping up my birdhouse runs, we are going to get a very big hunter level here. 80 hunter, that unlocks 2 big things that I know of, herbivore and also crystal implings. Both of those in my opinion are massive upgrades. Also 5 traps at a time, which is actually pretty decent for things like box traps for chinchompas and stuff. So a very big level to get. And keep in mind, I've actually basically never trained hunter. I've only been putting seeds in birdhouses my entire time. I am now finished with Alkagility. If we go ahead and alk our last ruin javelin head, we are now up to 3.4 mil cash. Absolutely amazing to be back into the mil cash deck. It's been a decently long time. While I continue to think about what to do with my Zenyte, I think I'm going to continue the trend of getting some levels. And what better thing to do than prayer? I'm only 30k off, and there just happens to be a new mini quest in the game, the Host Speaker's Will, or whatever that is, Hope Spear's Will. And I believe it gives around 40,000 prayer XP, so that should work out perfectly. I'll get that done and get a prayer level. I'm going to be honest, the actual mini quest itself was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I brought like a full inventory of food, of combo eats, supersets, and I thought I'd have to do multiple trips, but no, I did it in one trip, and I didn't use too much food. I did use some, it wasn't like stupid easy. However, let's just go ahead and get this prayer XP. I think it's going to total to be a pretty large amount. Looks, oh, 10,000 from that one, 20,000 from that one, and 5,000. Very nice, 78 prayer. And I guess one last thing to continue the themes of getting total levels is I have enough grapes in my bank to get 78 cooking, but I think let's go ahead and get 80 cooking, buy out all the grapes in the recipe for disaster chest, and do that. The final grapes going into the wine here. This should be 80 cooking. I'm looking at like a 780k XP drop in 5 seconds here. The big countdown. Let's see it. It's the first time I've ever done wines. Bam, I calculated correctly. 80 cooking in 1 go. I can now cook sharks, and I even have a single shark in my bank from earlier that I can actually go ahead and let's see if we cook this one or if we fail on the first try. This is like good omen. Please give me a cooked shark. Give me a cooked shark. Oh no. Fortunately for me, I went to the GE and started spamming selling rare black shark for 3 mil, and some guy named Bluest Cat 2 ended up giving me 3 mil for the black shark. So he got himself a rare black shark, I got myself 3 mil, and this is going to go straight towards the Onyx, which we figured out for the Zenyte jewelry. I talked to Doug a bit, and if I can remember to edit it, I'll put like the Discord combo on screen. Basically said that he doesn't really need the suffering that bad right now, and a torch would be more useful for the team. And I kind of agree with them. I didn't want to. I mean, the messages were on screen, so you'll see what I was saying. Let's just go and get ourselves an Onyx now. Thanks to that 3 mil from Alonescape, I can now buy an Onyx. Thank you once again. And this is like, I don't know, like the millionth time I bought an Onyx, and I don't know how often this happens, but that was the exact amount of Tokel I need to buy an Onyx. Like, they sell these in multiple of 9s. How often is it that I'm going to have the exact amount of Tokel? Like, there's no Tokel in my bank that was exact amount. Very, very, odd circumstances, but I'm not complaining. Let's go and turn this into a Zenyte. And there is the Zenyte fuse. Go ahead and cut it, and we now have a cut Zenyte. We have one predicament left though. In order to make an Amulet of Torture, I do need 98 crafting. So I can either +5 boost, or since I have 99 crafting banked, I could get 1 level and use a mushroom pie. I think I'm going to currently just go for the mushroom pie method, but if I can't be asked for crafting, because that is a lot of hours to put into it, then I'll go ahead and do a +5 boost. But let's start with grass blowing for now. Well, after a few hours of blowing glass, we now have 94 crafting. That means I can easily just eat a mushroom pie for 98 crafting and go ahead and make that Amulet of Torture. I believe I have everything I need, so just eat the mushroom pie. Let's make sure I make the right item, the Zenyte Amulet. Go ahead and throw a ball of wool on it, and we have the runes in inventory to enchant it, and there we are. We now have an Amulet of Torture, an absolute amazing item. Here are the stats on the Amulet in Torture in case you were curious. +15 in every accuracy for melee, +10 strength, and even has 2 prayer bonus. An absolutely amazing item. But not only that, but now we have at least one of every single Zenyte jewelry on the team. That's absolutely amazing. And almost everyone has a Zenyte ring as well. The only one missing one is currently Doug, but we will get him one eventually, and maybe he'll get himself one, knowing him. Now we can't just make an Amulet of Torture without trying it out first. Here are these stats with the Amulet of Torture and my best gear right now. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed. 135 strength bonus, including the Slayer helmet. And I was hitting 50s before using this thing, so I'm assuming my max hit's going to be somewhere in like the 53, 54 range, but let's give it a good go. Oh, there's a 51. The Amulet of Torture performed very well at Blood Velds, however I do want to finish that task with range. In the future for like Theater of Blood or some other melee task could be very nice to use in the future, but I am going to just throw this in shared, that way the team can use it in their future. Bloodveld task completed. It was a very nice task to get done. I always enjoy myself a Bloodveld task. Decent bit of XP, 37k XP. No superiors, but it did take a decent bit of time, and I also took a decent bit of time with the crafting grind, so that'll probably be the last task for this episode. I think I will just go ahead and end this episode by getting another task. Looks like 220 gargoyles when the next time we get into Slayer. A very nice task to start an episode with, if it ends up being in the next episode, which is episode 50 in the next episode, so that is a quite big one. Not sure what I'm going to do special. I'll try to think of something. I have a few ideas planned, but like I said, I will try to make it special. However, right after this episode, I do plan on uploading my full Zuck run, or the Inferno run. So if you guys want to see that, that'll probably be coming in a few days. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more. It was a very big episode getting all 4 of these Zenytes completed on this account. Not really the goal I wanted for this episode, but sometimes RuneScape has its own way of making goals for you rather than you wanting to make goals for yourself, because I kind of wanted to get like Slayer tasks and stuff done. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.